Hi, Stuart Barn here, and this is part 6 in a series of videos on how to improvise on guitar. This time I'd like to talk about licks. Now, some people frown on licks. You do occasionally meet them. They think that learning licks are a bad idea. I would like to argue against that. A lick is obviously just a phrase, and we tend to think of them as being phrases that we sit at home and learn and practice up and then use in our playing. That is usually how we use licks, how we learn licks and how we use them. However, a person that deliberately avoids learning licks will still acquire licks. It will just take them a very long time. If a person improvises for 5 years over a particular style of in a particular style of music, there will be certain phrases that develop in their playing and that they find themselves reusing. That's a lick. It just came about more organically than it would have done, and over a much longer period of time than it would have done if a person had sat at home and learned some. So, if you haven't made a point of learning licks, I would like to encourage you to do so, because they're a very quick way of getting good, authentic pieces of musical vocabulary, whether it's blues or rock or jazz or whatever. Get some licks into your playing. So the second thing I'd like to just mention about licks is that they don't have to be played in exactly the same way. Let's take a lick. I'll put a backing on again. So here's a lick. And that's quite a good lick. I don't think, incidentally, that's the kind of lick that I would have spontaneously come up with during improvising. So I'm pretty sure I would have learned that at some point in the past. I don't remember. But anyway, let's take that lick and let's try it in a few different ways. So I'm just having fun with it, much like we're talking about phrasing in video 1. I'm using the lick as a central idea. So my advice is learn licks, try and learn them in all the shapes that you know, but also make a point of varying them. As always, if this is something that you think you should be working on, put it in your practice regime and commit to at least a week of drilling down into it. I hope you found that video helpful. If so, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. See you in the next part.